Today we are going to talk about coffees from Kenya, possibly one of my favorite coffee origins of all time. Today I'm going to share with you 3 unique and interesting facts that might explain why these coffees are so different. Let's go! Okay, let's lay some groundwork. Kenya is in East Africa. It's home to about 48 million people and at least one lion named Simba. It exports about 2.3% of the world's coffee per year. However, it is their 4th largest export. So it's kind of a big deal in their country, and it might explain some of these unique facts that I'm about to get into right now. Okay, unique factor number 1. Coffees from Kenya are actually genetically different than most coffees around the world. Yep, just like marathon runners from Kenya have a genetic advantage, Kenyan coffees have a genetic advantage. So I wonder if I drink more Kenyan coffee if I'm gonna have an advantage at running. Nope, probably not. Always gonna be slow. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you know what an apple is? Of course you do. And you probably also know that there are different types of apples. There's Fuji, Red Delicious, Granny Smith. Well, guess what? Coffees have different subspecies or different types as well. We call them varietals. For example, you have Typica, Caturra, Bourbon. These are all different types of coffee plants that are genetically different than other types of coffee plants. Well, in 1936, in Nairobi, Kenya, scientists in a lab designed a new genetic type that they call SL28. It's very disease resistant, it's somewhat drought resistant, it produces a lot of sweetness in the cup, so Kenyans love to farm and produce and sell SL38. Unique fact number 2, the Kenyan government is actually heavily involved in the coffee supply chain. Coffee is sold in Kenya much differently than other places in the world, and much differently than you might think. The government is heavily involved in the entire process. Farmers have to get registered. Mills have to get registered. That farmer's coffee has to be rigorously tested for quality and then graded. Where he or she sells that coffee is recorded. And most of their coffee is sold in auction format, not all of it. Ultimately, this heavy government involvement has done a pretty good job for the coffee quality and prices in Kenya, but it is a double-edged sword. The strict regulations give a lot of producers some challenges and difficulties, which causes them to look for loopholes. Those loopholes get exploited, corruption becomes a thing. You can see where I'm going with this. Unique fact number 3, some coffees from Kenya can taste like tomato. Yeah, like literally a tomato. And before some of you never buy a Kenyan coffee again, or some of you go buy a Kenyan coffee to dip your grilled cheese in it, hear me out. This can actually taste really good. A good coffee roaster can make that tomato flavor taste sweet, and a good Kenyan coffee can have that tomato characteristic and be balanced in the cup. See, it's actually not uncommon to get savory characteristics in coffee. I've had Central American coffees that taste like okra and legumes. I've had coffees from Sumatra and Indonesia that taste just like bell pepper. Black currant is also a very popular and distinct flavor note that we get in Kenyan coffees. So if it's a very good Kenyan coffee, tomato, black currant, brown sugar, all of these flavors are gonna come together to create sort of this symphony of complexity that just tastes so beautiful. Okay, bonus fact, like I mentioned, the government rigorously grades and assesses the quality of coffee out of Kenya. Their highest quality standards are AA and AB. So if you buy a Kenyan coffee, make sure they're grade AA or AB. This one's AB. Okay, that is actually 4 unique things about coffees from Kenya. I hope you enjoyed this content. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and I'll see you on my next adventure. Peace.